brings you to the Battery Show Electric Hybrid Vehicle Technology Expo?
Well, we actually have quite a few customers in Europe, and we have several prospects, and so we need to be here to where they are and meet many of them face to face.
And what new products and services are you showcasing here?
Well, our biggest new product this week is the pre-lithiated silicon. We feel that that will be as disruptive to the industry as any product, perhaps as big as what lithium-ion batteries will work. Pre-lithiated silicon allows the manufacturers to have a first cycle efficiency of 100%. Because it's already pre-lithiated. Silicon gives the high capacity, but because it's pre-lithiated, the issues of the expansion and contraction are negated because you no longer have that expansion issue. You have the contraction, but it's already been in the protected by the porosity of the graphite. So this new product we see as very disruptive, and then in addition to the first cycle efficiency, the time in formation the batteries have to sit will be reduced potentially by days. It still has to go the formation cycle, but it could be reduced. So imagine, if you will, now the manufacturers putting out thousands of batteries can now put out thousands more per day because of the reduction that's granted by the pre-lithiated or SM silicon PL, which is pre-lithiated.
So what changes have you seen in the energy storage EV industry in the past 5 years?
There's been a great deal of change. We're probably going to see more and more use of DC energy, particularly not only in the established societies of America, but the rest of the world. They're going to skip. They will turn around and skip the infrastructure that AC current brings. What they'll be putting in is storage, and with renewable energy, green energy, and just any kind of energy to store it and go with the battery type. And now that batteries have much higher capacity and the cost is dropping tremendously, where it can be afforded by be it consumer devices or electric vehicles. And so you're going to see a tremendous change in the way storage is embraced by particularly the rest of the world, and even the more capitalized societies with electric vehicles and such.
So why is the European market so important to your business?
Well, actually, the electric vehicle manufacturers are embracing batteries and electric vehicles very assertively, very aggressively, and also the legislation in this environment. And not only that, it provides us a bridge to Asia. So we have a very, very large market. We have the manufacturers in Europe are embracing it much more assertively than perhaps even some of the companies that are in the other parts of the world.
So what new connections or partnerships are you hoping to make at the show?
Well, this is very interesting because already this morning, where we are already working with many of these companies, but we're working with their technical folks, but here the decision makers are coming. We've been already meeting with multiple presidents and even CEOs of companies that are some of the top companies in the vehicle industry and the graphite industry, and they're here, and so their management is coming out. So we're meeting with the actual decision makers. That's very beneficial.
Okay, so what's your experience been at the show so far? I know it's only day one, but...
Well, you bring up an interesting point, because we were participating in the show in the battery show in Novi, Michigan twice. Much larger show, a lot more people, but what we're finding here is, although there's fewer people, the quality, the number of the right people are actually much higher here than what we experienced. And not to negate that show, that's a very positive show as well, but this is very interesting. Thus far, we've seen a lot of decision makers.